Chapter 7. The C Preprocessor. The C Preprocessor is exactly what its name implies. It is a program that processes our source program before it is passed to compiler. So it is a basically source program processor. That means it is a source program processor. Before our program is passed to compiler, it processes our program. But preprocessor is such a great convenience that virtually all C programmers rely on it. So all C programmers rely on it. Now features of C preprocessor. There are several steps involved from stage of writing a C program to stage of getting executed. So there are several steps involved in writing a C program and up to it getting executed. You can observe from figure that our program passes through several processors before it is ready to be executed. So you can observe from figure that, so we will see a figure in which our program passes through several processes before it is ready to be executed. Note that if the source code is stored in a file pr1.c, then the expanded source code gets stored in file pr1.i. When this expanded source code is compiled through object code, it gets stored as pr1.obj. So first it is pr1.c, now it is pr1.i, and finally it is pr1.obj. When this object code is linked with object code of library functions, the resultant executable code gets stored in pr1.exe. So finally it is turned into pr1.exe. First it was pr1.c, now it is pr1.i, then it is pr1.obj, and finally it is pr1.exe. The preprocessor offers several features called preprocessor directives. Each of these preprocessor directives begin with a hash symbol. The directives can be placed anywhere in program but are most often placed at beginning of a program. Before first function definition, we would learn the following preprocessor directives here. A is macro expansion, B is file inclusion, C is conditional compilation, D is miscellaneous directives. So this is a figure in which we get flow of program. First it is handwritten program, then it is stored in text editor or a text editor software, that is Notepad, WordPad, etc. is used for a handwritten program. Now C source code pr1.c, then it is turned into C source code as pr1.c. Now it goes to preprocessor. Then after preprocessor it goes for expanded source code, that is pr1.i, then it goes to compiler and we get object code, that is pr1.obj, and finally it gets to linker, and finally we get executable code, that is pr1.exe. So these are functions of different programs. First is editor. So input is program type from keyboard and output is C source code containing program and preprocessor commands. So editor's output is C source code containing program and preprocessor commands. Now preprocessor's input is C source code file and output is source code file with preprocessing commands which are properly sorted out. So preprocessor commands are properly sorted out here. Compiler source code file with preprocessing commands sorted out. So relocatable object code is output. Linker. So linker is relocatable object code and the standard C library functions. So that is input. Now output is executable code in machine language. This is output.